Welcome to Furniture Redesigned by MBM. Here's a look at the dresser we'll be working on today. Now, this piece is old and dated. The finish is failing, but all the hardware is here and it's in pretty good condition. It's very sturdy, but it does have a few scratches on the top. The finish is failing also on one of the sides, and I actually love the piece and how it's curved. Now, this piece is by United Limited, and I'm not familiar with that brand, but if you know anything about it, you could let me know in the comment section. So the first thing I want to do is use my TSP and warm water to clean the piece. And because you see me do this so many times, I will be doing it off camera. And just like that, my cleaning is done. And take a look at how dirty this dresser was. While cleaning my dresser, I made inspections and I found some of my drawers were damaged. This particular drawer, the glide is loose and also looks like they made repairs and sawed through the bottom of the drawer. So I don't want to change the bottom out. One, I don't have wood, and two, I don't want it to be different. So I'll find a way to repair that. And then on the bottom of a few of the other drawers, the bottom is coming away from the back of the drawer. So I'll repair that. And I'll also replace the two missing drawer glides. Then I have to deal with this wallpaper that's in the bottom of the drawers. Now, this is not contact paper, this is a wallpaper. So when you pull it up, of course, it's leaving the paper residue on the bottom. But we'll get all of that taken care of as well. And here on both sides of the dresser is this gold metal bar. It is a bit tarnished, so I need to figure out if I'm going to keep it, how to paint it, or if I want to take it completely out. To make the dresser easier to work on, I laid it on its back. And I want to take this skirt off. Now, when I take the skirt off, the drawer is going to be a bit on the short side. So I did order legs to lift it up 4 inches. Also, you can get a clearer look at the metal strip that goes down the side of the piece. You can also see how chipped up the paint is or the finish is on the sides and the piece. Also, I'm trying to figure out my paint color and how I want to handle it on this bump out. Over here on the side is where I have my drawers. Since my piece is solid wood, I decided to go ahead and sand back the drawers and make them all wood. I'll use wood glue and wood filler to fill in the bottom of the drawer. I'm going to take my drill and remove the screws from the base of the dresser. Let's see if we can go ahead and get it loose from the bottom of the dresser. Now this piece is really well made. So far I've taken out about 15 screws and looks like I got about 10 more. There has corner brackets to hold everything in place. And then I have to go ahead and use my hammer to get everything apart. And now that I have it apart, when you take a look at it, there are these metal clips that was holding everything in place. Now that my base is off and I decided I wanted legs, there is no place to support the legs. So I took the wood from the base, cut it down to size and I'll be screwing it to the bottom of the dresser. This way I'll have something to support my legs. Once I have secured my wood piece in place, I'll go ahead and add the brackets so that I can screw my legs in place. Now it's time to work on the face of my drawers. I decided to sand them to the bare wood. To start, I'm going to start with 120 grit sandpaper, sand down, and then I'll move up to 180 and do my final sand with a 220 grit to make sure I have a smooth surface. To ensure my drawers fronts are smooth, I'll go from the 120 to a 180 and then a 220 to ensure that everything is smooth. I'll use a damp cloth to wipe away all the dust from my piece. The damp cloth will also open up the pores of the wood and let me know how it will accept my stain. While I have my sander out, I'm going to go ahead and scuff sand the rest of my dresser with 120 grit sandpaper to prepare it for paint. My dresser has been sanded. Also, the top of the drawer I sanded to the bare wood to match the drawers. I finally decided on a paint color, and that color is Dixie Belle's Midnight Sky. Because it's a dark color, I won't have to prime my piece. And I'm going to start with this little painter's brush, and I want to paint along the side of this bar that's going down both sides of my dresser. This will make it easy and will keep me from getting paint on the little gold bar. For the sides of my dresser, I pulled out my high density foam roller. I'll be using my paint foil lined tray, and I have my mister bottle. I'm going to mist the piece first and then add my paint. So I'm wrapping up my first coat of paint. I'm going to let it dry for about 45 minutes, so I'll see you in a bit. My first coat of paint is drying, and I decided to work on the hardware. I will be using the same hardware because it's 2 inches on center, and I didn't want to fill holes or do anything like that. So because of that, I pulled out my rough and buff, and I have my little painter's brush, and I'm just going to brush on the rough and buff. I'm back to add my second coat of paint while my hardware is drying. I have 2 coats of paint added to my dresser, and it's looking pretty darn good. And if you're out there watching and you're enjoying this video and its content, it's time to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. Now also to let you know, on the side when I was painting, I noticed a chip. I did go ahead and add some wood filler, and I'll sand it down and touch up the paint. Now it's time for staining. I'll be staining the drawers and the top of the dresser with Minwax hickory, and also I'll be using a natural cherry. I want to blend these 2 colors. I want to start with my natural cherry because I want the red undertones, but I do want the brown on the top. FYI, I did add a wood conditioner before adding my stain. Wood conditioner is important. It allows your stain to penetrate the wood without leaving uneven, blotchy areas. And here's a look at how those blended colors came out. Let me know, what do you think? Do you like the brown with the red undertones? I'll then go ahead and follow the same process on the top of my dresser. Now it's time to work on my drawers. As you can see, all the paper residue is gone from the bottom of my drawers. I also use wood filler and wood glue to fix the slit in the bottom of the drawer. I did it on the back side as well. I'm going to use my sander, sand it smooth before securing my track. Then I'll use my conditioner, wood conditioner, and condition the inside of each of my drawers. Now it's time to place the glides on my dresser drawers. I received mine from Amazon, and I will have to replace both the top and the bottom. The first thing I want to do is lay it out, measure it so that I can cut it to the right length. I'm using a pencil to mark it for cut. My glide has been cut. This is the metal bracket that holds it in place. I'll be using my drill with the screws that came with it to drill it in place. And before adding my track, I use wood glue to help hold it in place. I want to make sure that this track won't be coming loose again. I put the block back on the side. I clamp it together to hold it firmly in place until it dries, making sure that my drawer bottom is firmly pushed into the little groove. Now it's time for top coat. Today I'll be using Wipe On Poly by Minwax, in the clear finish. I'll be using a lint-free cloth to do this. I'll be adding 3 coats of the wipe-on poly to the drawers and also the top. I did all the touch-ups to my paint on my dresser. I'm adding my hardware. I'm going to go back and add a top coat to the sides of my dresser, and we'll come back for the reveal. And here's a look at what the old United dresser looked like before. Here it is now. I think my dresser turned out absolutely beautiful. It would be the perfect piece for any young man's bedroom. It has just that touch of masculinity. Off camera, you can see I screwed in my legs, which have gold accents, and I also brightened up the gold on that gold metal piece going down the side. Again, if you've enjoyed this video and its content, it's time to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget the notification bell so you'll know when I upload new videos. I want to say thanks for watching and have a wonderful, wonderful day. God bless. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.